almost becomes a separate hobby aside reading, and these are like two different type of hobbies, because there are some booktubers that I love to watch, but the books they enjoy are not necessarily the books that I myself want to pick up. You will see in a minute what I mean by that. But yeah, I want to do more of this type of videos, so this is going to be my episode 1, and I would write down the creators I've already talked about so that I don't repeat myself in the next episode. But let's begin. So the first one I want to talk about is called Books by Lienz, and she is a German booktuber, but I think she lives in Berlin and her parents are from Morocco, if I am not mistaken. If I am, I'm so sorry, but she comes from an immigrant background, and so she is very interested in African literature, and she is just a very intelligent and well-spoken young lady. I don't think she did many videos, but her videos, you can see how much effort she put into, all the reviews that she does. It's not just, out of her head. She really, I think at least, did written reviews and then would talk about books in a really, educated way. She knows what she's talking about, and she reads both a lot of African literature as well as a lot of classics. Like, I remember she read complete work of Oscar Wilde and talks about it very passionately. She also read a lot of Daphne du Maurier, and she just reads a wide variety of books. And yeah, I think I have watched almost all her videos, and I can really recommend her. The second one is Sunbeam's Jazz. So I think she is a pretty famous content creator and has been around for a long time as well. So I have watched her videos before I am in university, so that would be 8 years ago, because 8 or 7 years ago, 7 years ago, yeah, because I did 1 year dentistry and I did the 6th year of medical school, right? Actually, 5 years, and I did write for my doctorate thesis for a year or so, but that's 6-year medical school in total. Anyways, that's not important. So Jess, she studied literature in Edinburgh, and she did her master's back at home in London. So she has a literature degree, and I also think that's why she knows how to talk about books, because obviously she had the trainings in analyzing books from her college degrees, and she's an avid reader. She reads a lot, and I think she is almost the first booktuber that I started watching, and yeah, she does wrap up videos sometimes for 2 or 3 months, and then she would do a 1 hour long video. But I love those long videos, they are always a treat. And she also does lifestyle, and not lifestyle, what more say is like styling videos and just vlogs. She has a vlogging channel called Extra Sunbeams Jazz, and I loved her old videos, because that's when she was still doing her college degree, and I just think they are so interesting, especially for me, because I didn't study literature. It is all watching her is like doing literature degree myself, if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but anyways, she is a favorite of mine for many years already. And the next one is a lovely lady called Reading with a Vengeance, and she is a lady that lives in America, and I think she is in her late 40s, if I'm not mistaken, and she is just very quirky, and she reads a lot of crime fiction, which I personally do not read a lot anymore, but it's just interesting to hear her, recommendations. And but she does not only read crime fiction. I got a lot of books by her recommendations, and she just has a way of making the book sound very interesting to you. And also, I think she does read a lot of things that maybe not a lot of booktubers are talking about, which is cool, because at least the booktube I watch is not YA booktube, are more like people who would read the Booker Prize, but then you run into the problem that people would only talking about the Booker Prize books like for something feels like 2 months, and you do need somebody who does not read that much literary fiction. So yeah, that's also why I like her. The next one is Jennifer Brooks, and I think she is my favorite booktuber, just because I think I really like her way of life. She started to become an archivist. Is that how you pronounce it, or put the word here? But so she is an example that I just enjoy the way she talks about books, that even if she reads things that do not interest me, I would still watch her videos, just because I love her thinking process. For example, I think 2 years ago she did a lot of videos about the Vikings, and I think she was so interested in the Vikings that she even did her master's in Norway on this topic. And although I still don't think that this is a topic that I'm going to get into anytime soon, but like I said, it's interesting to hear what she thinks, and she reads a variety of books as well. And she was recently in Italy, and she loves Italian literature, and she also did this cute book and stationery haul in Florence. And Florence was also a city that I visited with my class in 11th grade. So here in Germany there is something called Studienfahrt, at least where I went to school in Bavaria. There is something like that, which is basically a 1-week trip that you attend with your whole class. She's a British booktuber, and I think her channel is pretty famous too. At least I think so. So basically, I have to say that a lot of books that she loves are not the books that I necessarily would pick up, but she's a very, I guess, upbeat person, and she would do little tea tests in her videos, and I don't know, I think personally she gives off a girl next door type of vibe, and I just love watching her videos where I'm cooking, doing my dishes, or having my dinner. Is just almost like watching life of a friend, which I know is kind of a generic description, but I think her most famous videos are her reading like Rory Gilmore, because she loves Gilmore Girls, and yeah, and she reads classics too, and she's, I think, a little bit younger, maybe 2 years younger than me, and lives with her partner together who also loves to read, and it's just cute. Next one is Books and Things, Katie. Katie, like, I've been watching her videos a lot recently. Like, I've been watching her pretty constantly for at least 2 years, and she is the host of Booktober. If you know, you know. I think you know if you click on this video. I assume you love reading too. And Booktober is basically this challenge that you read Victorian literature in October, and she has been hosting this for, I think, 6 years now, and they would give some prompts that you can finish, and Katie reads a lot. I think it's normal for her to finish 15-16 books a month, which my full respect, and this is like occasion that I do not personally enjoy Victorian literature that much at this stage of my life, mainly because when I was younger, so in China, we have this books with green covers that are abridged versions of a lot of the English classics to help us learn. So it's usually a bilingual edition, so there would be English on the left side and Chinese on the right side, and obviously as a kid my English was really bad, and I just read them in Chinese, so I kind of know a lot of the books. I know what's happening in them, which I know, first of all, I've read them as a kid so many years ago, and second of all, the abridged versions are never as good as the original version. But that's the first reason why I am not so keen on picking up Victorian literature, and B, I think in the internet there is enough hype about Victorian literature and literature in English in general. That's why I think there should be some focus, like some more diversity, if that makes sense. And when we talk about classics, I personally vibe more with Russian classics, because I personally think the Russian writers just write people in poverty and people's suffering better, and it's more relatable to me, because although I know that during the industrialization there are a lot of poor people in Great Britain as well. However, all in all, Great Britain is a colonizing country. Well, if you think like that, Russia was a colonizing country as well, and they took a lot of land from China back then, but a lot of Russian people are living, the majority of Russian people are living in poverty, if you know what I mean. Whereas, okay, mentioned. So she reads both in French and in English, and she does have a focus on reading works by African author or just black authors in general, which I really appreciate, because once I move, I am going to start my own collection of works by black authors. At the moment, I'm trying to get down, the books, and I'm not keen on buying new books before my moving. But after reading this book by this Nigerian author, have I talked about it already? I can't remember. Anyways, after reading her book, I just find at least that book being extremely powerful, and there are a lot of things that I still do not know about. Then again, Africa is such a diverse continent with so many countries, with so many different cultures, so I think it's also difficult to know a lot, to say that, oh, I know a lot about Africa, but that's something that did pique my interest. And here comes this channel, Brown Girl Reads. She also has an English degree, and she introduces so many interesting books, and yeah, I can definitely recommend. So the 8th one is called Rebecca Eats Books. So Rebecca is another cool girl. I think I'm not so sure, but I personally think she teaches in a university, and she hasn't uploaded a lot of videos yet, probably 70 videos, even less, but she reads a lot of literary fiction, which is not usually my type of thing, but I enjoy her vlogs a lot. I guess I love her personality, and yeah, that's what I'm going to say about Rebecca. She mainly reads literary fiction. Oh, and the recent vlog she did is about Elena Ferrante's The Neapolitan Quartet, which makes me really want to make a video talking about the Neapolitan Quartet. I may still do the video, but yeah. The 9th one I'm going to talk to you about is Lauren and the Books. And Lauren is this cute lady that does videos really, really regularly, and she reads a lot of books about, for example, the Tudor Queens. She did a series about that, where she would dress up accordingly to one of those Tudor Queens, and she does a lot of cozy reading nights, and I enjoy her vlogs a lot. At the beginning, I wasn't so sure if I would like her videos, just because I don't want to be impolite, but sometimes she did shout videos, and as we ASMR lovers know, we love when people are soft spoken or even whispering, right? So that's why that put me off at the beginning, but I'm so glad I went back to her channel and watched some more videos by her, and I really enjoy her just vlogs and her talking about books. Yeah, and the last one I want to talk about today is called Savage Reads. Savage Reads. So Simon Savage is another British booktuber, and Simon has a really interesting background, I guess, because his mom is a classicist, which means she majored in, I think, classic literature about, the Greeks. And so his mom was pretty young when she gave birth to him, and he was kind of burned out by all the classics. And he also said he went through a period where he didn't read a lot of books, and he even didn't, enjoy the traditional path of going to college and so on and so forth, and decided to become a hairdresser. And he rediscovered his love for books and then started his YouTube channel. And now he does so many book events in the UK, and he interviews so many authors because he's so funny. He's genuinely just a really funny and cool person. So it's so cool that he also said himself that he's from such a different background than the traditional way of getting literature degree and working in publishing industry. Because of his love for reading, he can still find his footing in this industry, so that's so amazing. He also does videos very regularly, and yeah, don't miss out on his videos. You wouldn't